Hello students, welcome to all 4 learning classes. So today we will discuss about the potential energy in an external field and potential energy of the dipole. Okay. Now listen, potential energy in an external field. See here, for suppose we know that when a point charge or a single charge is kept at any point in the free space, what is the work done will be 0. Okay. While introducing the charge q1 in the previous session, the amount of work done will be 0. But here, now we are introducing a charge, an isolated point charge in an external field. Okay. We doesn't know that whether what is the source of external field. Whether the field may be known sources or unknown sources. The electric field is formed by the known sources or unknown sources. In the previous class, so whenever we are discussing potential energy of system of two charges, their electric field is formed by the given charges. Electric field formed by the given charges, but here electric field is formed by the not by the given system of charges. The electric field is formed by the some other source, some external source. That source may be known or unknown. For suppose an external field is formed, but we doesn't know that the source is whether the source is external field is formed by the point charge or linear charge distribution. Okay. In such conditions, whenever we are placing a charge q1, for example, let us take charge q1 is kept at any point in the free space A. Now in this case, certain amount of work has to be done. Let V1 be the potential at that point. So W is equals to Q1 V1. What is W is equals to Q1 V1? Q1 be the charge kept at the point A. Their potential is V1. Now what is the work done is Q1 V1. Here the potential energy U is equals to Q1 V1. Okay. Whenever we are introducing the charge q1 in an external field, some work has to be done. For in such cases, so certain work has to be done by introducing the first charge also. That work done only is called as potential energy of the charge. Okay. Here potential energy of the given charge. For suppose you may take two charges are placed. Potential energy of the system of two charges in an external field. Potential energy of system of two charges in an external field. Okay. See, whenever we are placing the charge q1, okay, at that point A, potential is V1. What is the potential is a V1. So now what is the work done in this case? To introduce the charge at any point A in the external field, some work has to be done. That is W1 is equals to Q1 V1. Now introducing the another charge B, second charge B, second charge Q2 at the point B. Introducing the second charge Q2 at the point B, which is the separation between the A and B is R. See, whenever we are introducing the second charge in an external field, here work has to be done against the external field. Okay, that is W2 is equals to Q2 V2. What is Q2 V2 be the amount of work done by introducing the charge Q2 against the external field. And also certain work has to be done against the electric field formed by the charge q1 also. While introducing the charge q1, only the amount of work has to be done against the external field. But whenever we are introducing the charge q2 in an external field, work has to be done against the external field and against the electric field formed by the charge q1. So W2 is equals to Q2 V2 be the while introducing the charge q2 in external field plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r. This is the amount of work done by introducing the charge q2 in the external field. Okay. This is the work done against the external field. This is the amount of work done by against the electric field formed by the charge q1. Therefore, potential energy of system of two charges in an external field is q1 v1 plus q2 v2 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r. Okay, so this is a potential energy of system of two charges in an external field. Potential energy of isolated charge in an external field. Okay, next we should determine the potential energy of a dipole. Potential energy of a dipole in an uniform electric field. Potential energy of a dipole in an uniform electric field. See, now what is considered an uniform electric field? Okay, by equal spacing parallel lines. Let us consider this is an uniform electric field. The direction of uniform electric field is vertically upwards. Okay, now let us consider a dipole. This is an electric dipole, system of two charges, that is minus q and plus q. What is the direction of dipole movement? Is from negative charge to positive charge. P be the dipole movement is directed from negative to positive. Now the dipole is placed in the uniform electric field such that it makes an angle theta with the electric field. The dipole makes an angle theta with the electric field. Okay, theta be the angle made by the dipole movement with the electric field E. Right, now we know that when a dipole is placed in the uniform or non-uniform electric field, it experiences the torque. What is the torque acting upon the dipole? Is torque acting upon the dipole tau is equals to Pe sin theta. The torque acting upon the dipole is tau is equals to Pe sin theta be the torque acting. What is the torque means here? Turning effect of the force. Torque be the turning effect of the force. Due to this torque, the dipole is rotated in the electric field. Now what is actually electrostatic potential energy of dipole means? The amount of work done by rotating the dipole in the uniform electric field is associated in the form of electrostatic potential energy. So when it is rotated, nothing but due to the torque it is rotated, then some work has to be done. That work is only associated in the form of electrostatic potential energy. Now actually here what is the torque is a variable. So let us consider here that in this case the dipole is rotated through an angle theta. Dipole is rotated through an angle theta. Now due to this Pe sin theta, it is rotated through an angular displacement theta. Now we should calculate the work done. So what is the expression for work done in rotational motion is? In case of rotational motion, the work done can be calculated by using the formula torque tau is equals to work done is equals to torque into angular displacement. In linear motion, force into displacement. In rotational motion, torque into angular displacement. But so this is a formula is used for when throughout the angular displacement theta if torque is a uniform. But if torque is variable, then we should calculate the work done for the smaller angular displacement d theta. This total angular displacement is theta, but which is divided into small parts each of angular displacement d theta. For smaller angular displacement d theta, let us take work done is dw. Okay, right here. What is the torque acting upon the dipole is Pe sin theta. Let dw be the amount of work done by rotating the dipole through smaller angular displacement, by rotating the dipole through smaller angular displacement, d theta. Okay, so we may write like this. What is dw is equals to tau into d theta. Tau into d theta be the amount of work done by rotating the dipole through smaller angular displacement. So dw is equals to what is tau here? Pe sin theta d theta. Pe sin theta d theta. But we need to find total work done. The total work done by rotating the dipole. Total work done W is equals to integration of dw. What is W is equals to integration of dw. That is integration of Pe sin theta d theta. Integration of Pe sin theta d theta. Where what is P is a constant here. Dipole moment and electric field is already we said that dipole moment is constant. E be the uniform electric field which is a constant. And what is the remaining? Integration of sin theta d theta. Integration of sin theta d theta. Let us take the theta value is changing from theta naught to theta. Let theta naught be the initial deflection, theta be the final deflection. Okay. Now what is W is equals to here? Pe integration of sin theta d theta, which is minus cos theta. Minus cos theta. Okay, limits theta naught to theta. Okay. W is equals to Pe of minus outside. What is the remaining? Cos theta minus cos theta naught. W is equals to minus Pe of cos theta minus cos theta naught can be written as W is equals to Pe cos theta naught minus cos theta. Okay, W is equals to Pe cos theta naught minus cos theta. Now, if what is theta naught be the initial deflection? For suppose if the dipole is initially normal to the electric field, if theta naught is equals to 90 degrees and theta is final deflection theta only, then what is the work done? W is equals to Pe cos 90 minus cos theta. What is cos 90 value is 0. So W is equals to 0 minus cos theta, that is minus Pe cos theta. W is equals to minus Pe cos theta. So this work done is called as potential energy of dipole. Electrostatic potential energy. Electrostatic potential energy of dipole. U is equals to minus Pe cos theta. U is equals to minus Pe cos theta. But what is theta is the angle between P and E. In vector form it can be written as, in vector form, U is equals to minus P dot E. What is U is equals to? Minus P dot E. Okay. P be the dipole moment is a vector. E be the electric field is a vector. The dot product of these two is a potential energy, is a scalar. Okay. So this is about the potential energy of the dipole. Simple, here we are taking a uniform electric field E, a dipole of moment P is suspended placed in the uniform electric field such that the dipole moment makes an angle theta with the field E, and we know that what is it experiences the torque. What is the expression for torque is torque tau is equals to Pe sin theta. So due to the torque, what happens? The dipole rotated in the electric field, but we should calculate the amount of work done by rotating the dipole is associated in the form of potential energy. So what is here? First of all, here the torque is a variable, so that we are calculating the small amount of work done by rotating the smaller angular displacement d theta, which is dw, can be written as torque into angular displacement. What is torque? Pe sin theta d theta. But total work done means the total, for we are calculating the work done for the total angular displacement. W is equals to integration of dw. dw value Pe sin theta d theta. Okay. P and E constant, integration of sin theta d theta. The d theta value means varying from initial deflection theta naught to final deflection theta. Integration of sin theta value minus cos theta, limits theta naught to theta, minus P upper limit cos theta, lower limit theta naught, can be written as W is equal to P of cos theta naught minus cos theta. If for suppose the initial deflection of the dipole is 90 degrees and final deflection will be theta, then cos 90 value becomes 0, then work done is equals to minus Pe cos theta. Here these work done only associated in the form of potential energy of dipole. So we may write U is equals to minus Pe cos theta. In vector form it can be written as minus P dot E. Okay. For suppose the question may be asked like this: if a dipole is in the stable equilibrium, okay, a dipole is initially in the stable equilibrium and it is displaced through, rotated through an angle of 60 degrees. Stable equilibrium means what is initially? Here the theta naught is 0 degrees. Case 1. A dipole is stable, rotated from the stable equilibrium in an uniform electric field through an angle of 60 degrees. Theta is 60. In this case, the amount of work done is 2 into 10 power 6 joules. 2 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. Theta naught 0, theta is 60. Okay. A dipole is rotated, okay, from the stable equilibrium through an angle of 60 degrees. The amount of work done in this process is 2 into 10 power 6 joules. Now, what is the amount of work done if it is rotated further 30 degrees? If it is rotated further 30 means initially it is deflecting from 0 to 60. Okay, the work done in this process is 2 into 10 power 6 joules. Further 30 means in the second case the initial deflection is 60 and final deflection is 60 plus 30, 90. So in the case 2, theta naught is equal to 60 degrees. Theta is equals to further 30, 60 plus 30, that is 90 degrees. Now asking what is the work done in the second case. We know that what is the expression for work done? W is equals to, the expression for work done W is equals to Pe of cos theta naught minus cos theta. Cos theta naught minus cos theta. This is a general formula. Now write W1 by W2 is equals to W1 by W2 is equals to PE. In the first case, what is theta naught is 0, cos 0 minus cos 60 by PE cos 60. Second case, what is initial deflection? 60 minus final deflection 60 plus 30, 90, cos 90. Okay, and what is W1 by W2 is equals to PE get cancelled, cos 0 1, cos 60 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by 2, cos 60 here 1 by 2, cos 90 0, 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, here 1 by 2 minus 0, 1 by 2, that is equals to 1. Therefore we may write what is W1 is equals to W2, that is W2 is equals to also 2 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. Means when the dipole is initially deflected through 60 degrees from the stable equilibrium, the work done is 2 into 10 power 6 joules only. 10 power 6 joules from when it is rotated from 0 to 60. 60 degrees of angular deflection, displacement. But in the second case, it is rotated further 30, 60 to 90, 30 degrees only. Here 60 degrees rotating, here 30 degrees rotating, but the work done will be remains same. Okay. Next, force acting on the dipole. Force acting on dipole in uniform field, in non-uniform electric field. Okay, the force acting on the dipole in non-uniform electric field. See, when a dipole is placed in the non-uniform electric field, the force acting on it is given as force acting on the dipole F is equals to negative gradient of potential energy minus d by dr of potential energy P dot E. What is the force acting on the dipole is equals to negative gradient of potential energy of the dipole. So what is, we may write F is equals to minus d by dr of PE cos, what is, there we got PE cos theta. Okay, PE cos theta minus PE cos theta. Means here if for suppose if P and E are in the same directions, if P bar and E bar are in same direction, when P bar and E bar in same directions, so what happens, theta value becomes 0, theta is 0. Then theta 0, what is a cos 0 is 1, F is equals to d by dr of minus into minus plus, this is PE. But when the force acting on the given dipole means the dipole moment cannot changes. In non-uniform electric field, E value will be changes, which can be written as F is equals to P into dE by dr. The force acting on the dipole, okay, in non-uniform electric field, F is equals to P into dE by dr. This is the expression for force acting on the dipole in non-uniform electric field. Listen. For suppose here a dipole, they given a charge. A dipole consists of a charge of 1 microcoulomb. Q is equals to 1 microcoulomb, separated by the two charges separated by the 2 angstroms. 2 angstroms. Okay. A dipole consists of a charge of 1 microcoulomb and the two charges separated by the 2 angstroms. Okay. When it is placed in the uniform electric field, of 3 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per Coulomb. 3 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per Coulomb. Then what is the torque acting upon the dipole? They ask torque acting upon the dipole. Okay. See, what is a dipole having the charges 1 microcoulomb? That means one of them is positive charge of plus 1 microcoulomb. The second one is minus 1 microcoulomb. Separated by the distance, the two charges are separated by the distance 2 angstroms. So you should convert these 2 angstroms into meters. What is 2 angstroms is equals to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. 2 into 10 power minus 10 meters, and placed in the uniform electric field of 3 into 10 power 5 Newton per Coulomb. Then asking torque. What is general formula of torque? Tau is equals to, we may write PE sin theta. PE sin theta. What is P is not given here. Instead of that, they given the magnitude of the charge and the distance between the two charges. Can we write 2A into Q? PA can be written as 2A into Q, and E be the electric field. What is E? Sin theta. So asking maximum torque. Maximum torque means theta will be 90 degrees here. They asking maximum torque means theta is 90. Okay, sin 90. That is 1. 2A. What is the 2A value? 2 into 10 to the power of minus 10. And what is Q? 1 microcoulomb. 1 into 10 power minus 6. E, 3 into 10 power 5. 3 into 10 to the power of 5. See, 2 into 3, 6. 10 power minus 16 plus 5. 6 into 10 power minus 11 Newton meter will be the torque acting upon the dipole. Okay. So this is 6 into 10 to the power of minus 11 Newton meter. Okay. Or if another question may be given like this. So here we have the three charges minus 2Q, plus Q and plus Q are arranged at the corners of an equilateral triangle like as shown in the figure. What is the net dipole moment of the system? Net dipole moment of the system means these minus 2Q can be written as here minus Q and minus Q. What is the direction of dipole moment? Let us take the side of the equilateral triangle is L. Direction of dipole moment is from negative to positive. This is the direction of P1 and this is the direction of P2. Net dipole moment here. P1 is equals to magnitude of P2 is equals to what is QL. Magnitude of the charge Q, and what is the separation between the two charges is L. P1 is equals to P2 is equals to QL. This is an equilateral triangle. What is angle? 60 degrees. Angle is 60 degrees. So the net dipole moment is equals to under root of P1 square plus P2 square plus 2P1 P2 cos theta cos 60 can be written as P1 square. P2 also we may write P1 square plus 2P1 square cos 60 1 by 2. 2 get cancelled. That is under root of P1 square plus P1 square plus P1 square 3P1 square, that is root 3P1. What is the net dipole moment is root 3P1, which can be written as root 3. What is P1 value and P2 value is QL. That is QL, root 3 QL. Okay. The net dipole moment of the system is root 3 QL. When three charges minus 2Q plus Q are arranged at the corners of an equilateral triangle of side L, the net dipole moment of the system is root 3 QL.